So me and a friend, we started Revive, which is like a youth-led organization that's focused on destigmatizing the conversation around mental health. And like we focus on the minority communities specifically. But yeah, so we do that by sharing stories and we share studies. And recently we started like a podcast too, and we're trying to like reach like a wider audience by that. And yeah, it's pretty much us. Yeah, sure. Okay, so it was the pandemic, and I think like anybody, like we were super bored, and but at the same time, like I saw people around me that were really suffering with their mental health, and that kind of got kind of disregarded because like the virus is like a physical thing, and people were like, "Oh yeah, it's like a bigger deal in like your mental health or whatnot." And but the suicide rate, it spiked up, and like all those things which are horrible. And so I contacted my group of friends, and then as like a joke, I was just like, "Hey, do you want to start like something that we could do like as like a little project, just to get our minds off of the like the entire pandemic thing, and then at the same time we could help people." And so they were like, "Okay, yeah, sure." And then it's been a little over 6 months now, but we've changed like entirely. Like we've rebranded like 3 times now because we had to, because it was so messy. But now we're just here where we are now. We've reached, I mean, from our website, we reached 10K people. I'm not really sure how many people we reached, like in, like an accurate depiction of that. But I mean, I want to say that we've helped somebody at least, and we've gotten to share almost 100 stories now, from like all over the world, regarding people's mental health, and we interview those people. So that's how we share stories, and we've reached almost like 3K people from our social medias, and that's I don't yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's cool. And I know you also mentioned that you had a podcast, so I was wondering like what the name of it was and what do you feature on the podcast?
It's called Thrive with Revive. I am not the host. There's like 2 other hosts. But they're gonna feature like these mental health professionals and stuff, and they're planning to. And this month there is a mental health professional, but it's not. It's still in the editing stages, so it's not gonna be uploaded yet. But yeah, we are Thrive with Revive, and that's the name. I think the virtual events, we had a conference, we had like a bullying conference for 2 days, and we had to plan, and it was kind of hectic because we had to contact like all these mental professionals and stuff, and lots of times they a lot of them like ghosted us too after saying yes, so it's kind of frustrating in that aspect. But then I think like the planning was really fun, but that's just me because I like event planning, so it might just be that. But I feel like I grew up as like that shy kid in like the back of the room that never really talked, and for a long time I believed that my voice didn't really matter as much, but now I really can see just how one person's voice can do so much, and just one person speaking up or whatever like they're passionate about can change at least one person, um like perspective or whatnot. And so I just think that I realized that my voice matters, and that's the really valuable lesson that I learned from Revive. It's brought back the purpose that I think I lost throughout my life, kind of, because I just kind of felt kind of unproductive all my life. I felt like I wasn't good for anything or whatnot, and my anxiety was really bad too. So it kind of just got me learning that, or got me to recognize that my own mental health wasn't that good, and so that's kind of what it helped me with. I want to go into business, so it kind of just went with that because it kind of taught me how to, build a startup and do like basic entrepreneurship, and so I really will use the skills in the future. So yeah. Well, I like I'm more curious about mental health a lot, and like there's a lot of things that I don't know because I'm not a professional. Obviously, I'm 16, and I don't want to go into that field, but like it's still super interesting to me, you know, like psychology and stuff, and how like your brain works, and that's just something that I think I'll always kind of question about. We want to continue it to college too because we want me and the other founder want to do this. So we just hope that it'll become we'll just get more people on the team so we can share more stories and do more things. That's like our plan for now. We might have to rebrand again for the fourth time, but I'm not really sure yet. So oh yeah, for sure. I feel like uh I get burned out a lot, and I just get kind of lazy with like a lot of stuff, you know, with the directing, like people and stuff. And I just feel like if I could fix one thing with that, I would fix how I go about like, you know, communicating with the team and stuff. And we've been trying to fix that, and it has been getting better, which is why we had to rebrand like all those times, because we were always like kind of messy in the operations itself, but we have kind of been building on that and tried to fix that. And so yeah, I mean right now we're doing pretty good, like we're getting stuff done, and I feel like we're at a good place with Revive. So mhm.
Keep up the great work, Sania.
I think you again.
Thank you.